The Sports Update on XFM with Oz and Jay.
And I want to introduce a man who has played, listen to this, 200 games in Rugby League's NRL with the Brisbane Broncos, 171 games in club career rugby union, represented New Zealand 59 times. He's won 3 NRL titles, Super Rugby winner, and a 2011 World Cup winner. Welcoming to the show, Brad Thorn, live from Queensland, Australia. Brad, good afternoon to you, sir.
Good afternoon. Very, very happy to be on your show.
Thanks for joining us, mate. Much appreciated. Before we get down to it, after all those games of rugby, probably 450 at the professional level, how's the body holding up?
Oh, yeah, it's pretty good. It's probably been about 4 years now since I've retired, so I'm in my mid-40s now, so yeah, I am aging a bit, but I like to think I could still throw a footy around and have a tackle, a bit of a run. But, yeah, my time's over now.
Any trouble those first couple of steps out of bed in the morning, or you're all okay?
No, I've always been okay. I never really got injured in my career, so I was very fortunate. Obviously, I worked very hard around, my training and preparation and recovery from games. So, yeah, I got through my career without, hardly getting injured, so the benefit to that is I'm in pretty good shape.
Excellent, mate. Excellent. So before we actually get into the rugby side of things, you, of course, have a connection to Malta. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
Yeah, I do have a connection to Malta. I've actually been to Malta quite a couple of times. Really enjoyed my stay there, but my wife is half Maltese. Her mother was born in Malta, from the town of Zaytoun, and I was, obviously I met my wife. We're married. We have 4 children, so I have part Maltese children as well. So,
excellent.
But yeah, we've been back there. Thoroughly enjoyed our time there. The times we've been there, and beautiful country.
Fantastic. Well, next time you come around, we'd love to have you in the studio, so maybe we'll keep in touch after this. Let's get down to the rugby side of things now. I wanted to start, obviously you're based in Australia now, coaching the Queensland Reds. I wanted to start with Australia, their performance here at the World Cup in Japan. Things didn't really click for them at any point in the tournament. What's your assessment of what Australia did during the World Cup, and how has the reaction been in Australia?
Yeah, it was a tough World Cup for Australia. Obviously, straight out in the quarterfinals to England. So, they were bringing their best effort to the games. They had a loss to Wales, which was a crucial one, put them on path to playing England in the quarterfinal. And, England are really, obviously one of the top performers at the World Cup. They're playing in the final against the South Africans tomorrow night. So that's World Cups. You got, the best teams in the world, and you have to front and get the job done. And unfortunately, Australia, they didn't quite have the game to get past England, and that they're out. So disappointing for Australia, but like I said, very competitive World Cup. The All Blacks are out as well. My old team. It's a tough competition to win.
Yeah, absolutely. Getting on to New Zealand, in fact, and, they looked pretty sharp through the majority of the tournament, but as you said, when it comes down to finals rugby, anything can happen. In that game against England, do you just give England credit for showing up and putting in such a great performance, or did, in some way, New Zealand not really show up for that match, in your opinion?
From what I saw of the game, I thought New Zealand didn't look quite on top of their game. They looked perhaps a little bit passive from the start of the game, and then it's hard to fight back. I thought England were absolutely fizzing, and they brought it all areas of the game, and they had pressure on the All Blacks, from the first minute to the 80th, and the All Blacks just couldn't respond. And that's the thing with World Cups. You turn up on that one night, you get the job done. You can get a result and you're through. So that's what's happened. The England side, they've been building nicely under Eddie Jones for the last 4 years, and they're a very good rugby team, and they're worthy of being in the final. And like I said, World Cup's pretty special. Come around once every 4 years, and the best play the best, and that's where it's at this year.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, obviously, New Zealanders have an expectation when it comes to their rugby union side and the World Cup. How has the reaction been from your homeland? Has there been a knee-jerk reaction, or is sort of the acceptance that this can happen at that level of rugby?
Well, yeah, it hurts. It hurts bad because New Zealand were renowned for our rugby, for the All Blacks. This team is renowned for excellence over around about 120 years. They're known for winning. But had success at the last two World Cups, 2011 and 2015. They were going for, first ever sort of three in a row. And, it was England, dominated that game. You don't often see that with the All Blacks. Physically, tactically, around the field, they were the better team, and the whole of New Zealand, is in a bit of mourning, and it's going to hurt for a while for all the Kiwis out there. But like I said, that's what that tournament is, and England fronted, and they're worthy of being in that final, and it's going to be epic between them and South Africa.
Yeah, absolutely. Now let's talk about very quickly the two remaining games of the World Cup. Today at 10 o'clock local time here. It'll be in a couple hours your time, or an hour and a bit your time. Third, fourth place game between New Zealand and Wales. I mean, I'm not one who agrees with this game in particular. I think there's pretty little motivation for teams to be up for the game. But what's your take on third, fourth place as a game itself? And what's your thoughts on the game today, New Zealand against Wales?
Yeah, it's a tough one, isn't it? It's a tough one to... you've missed out on the final. 4 years have been built into it. So Wales and New Zealand would both be hurting, and you've sort of got to play for third and fourth. So it's a tough one. I'm not a big fan of it. I actually played in this game in 2003, the first World Cup I went to, and you got to sort of pick yourself up and prepare and try and be professional and go out and, once again, it's a test match for your country, so you want to take it seriously. It'll be a tough one for them, but there's a lot of players who are finishing up their careers. Karen Reid, the captain, and others. This will be their last opportunity in a black jersey, and they'll want to go out in the right style, the right way. It's a tough one to play.
Yeah, Wales have a few injuries as well today, so you seeing nothing but a New Zealand win today?
I think I'd imagine they'll be too strong. Wales, I feel, have done very well to get to where they've got to. But I thought that the game they had against South Africa last week, it was for South Africa to lose. It wasn't really, for me, Wales have been playing at their absolute, the best of what they could play, and they've done well to get to where they are. But I think New Zealand, if they bring, anywhere near their normal game, they'll, I'd say they'll get the result, but I guess we'll have to see.
All right, and we'll focus now very quickly on the final tomorrow. It's the big one, England against South Africa. England, I think, going in as favourites for the game. Two very, very tough teams, as we know, especially in and around the ruck and the breakdown. Where do you think the game is going to be won and lost here, Brad? And two other questions. Who do you think will win, and who do you want to win?
2007, England played South Africa. South Africa got the result. Both teams are in pretty good form. England were piping hot last week. South Africa got the job done against a Welsh team that wouldn't go away. The South Africans are a huge forward pack. Really good 5'8" and Pollard. They're a good all-round team with a very intelligent coach. They'll be tough to, they'll be playing tough footy all over the park. The big forwards, mauling, scrummaging, the quality they have out wide. With the English, their job will be picking themselves up from having an absolute blinder, all the pats on the back they got, all the excitement, and they've got to get hungry again, they've got to get focused again, and they've got to equal that performance last week or even better it. So that's a big challenge. It'll be I think it'll be a very tough, tight game. I'll probably favour South Africa getting the result. But like I said, we'll only know on the day when we see them come together. But I think it'll be a good contest. And like I said, they're both worthy opponents. They've come this far, 7 weeks into the World Cup, and they'll be playing for their lives. And it'll be a special occasion.
So just to clarify, you think South Africa will win, and you want South Africa to win. Is that right? Between
the two, either way, it's good. I don't have a favourite for who I want to win, but I think South Africa will win. Either way, I'm happy whoever gets the result.
Excellent. Listen, Brad, all I can do is thank you for being with us on the show today. As I said, open invitation if you're in Malta next time. Please feel free to reach out. We'd love to have you in the studio on the show to talk some rugby as well. Rugby is a growing sport here. We're trying to develop it further and further, so we'd always love to have you in. Good luck with everything. Enjoy the games today and tomorrow, and have a great day. Thanks for being in touch.
Yeah, thanks, mate. A lot of love for Malta. So, wish you well.
All right. Cheers, Brad. Take care, pal.
Okay, bye.
The Sports Update on XFM with Oz and Jay.